A brother had to pull a switcheroo in order to rent an apartment in Scottsdale, Arizona. Check it out.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Moss, and this is Brian. Brian is going to be used for this experiment. I am trying to rent this house in Scottsdale, Arizona. I sent an application 3 months ago by email and by letter. I didn't get no message back. And the profile picture that I had on that email was my profile picture. So I'm going to try Brian's profile picture. Why? He had said, show me where I can get hired and you can't. Show me where I can live, but you can't. Okay, being that these individuals did not message me back and I have sent multiple emails, let's see how long it will take for them to reply to an email from Brian. Right now it is 11:05. Hello, it is 12 o'clock. They replied damn near immediately. Now they're asking for an ID and bank statements because they can move me in immediately. The place is still vacant. Somebody can move in, which is me. However, my other application didn't, bro.
So as you saw and heard him say there, he had to pretend to be a white man in order to rent an apartment because he wasn't getting anywhere as a black man, right? He said he had been filling out applications and there was no response. But then as he responded as a white man, about 55 minutes later, voila, the apartment was for rent and he could go and get it right away. And so he's like, there you have it. I guess I had to be white. Well, I'm going to tell y'all a story, my own story. Now, in the early 90s, my daughter's father and I, we rented an apartment and it was okay for, young 20-year-old, 21, 22, right? It was okay. But then one day we got a notice that there was a class action lawsuit for discrimination and racism. We're like, what? So what had happened was we learned that they moved all the black people to the back of the apartment complex. That was pretty big, right? But we didn't know that. And they allowed all the white residents to move toward the front of the complex. Okay? Now also, where the black people lived, where we live, it was kind of run down, right? There wasn't a whole lot of greenery, no grass, trees. It was just, nobody's going to come back here. But the front of the apartment complex, you guessed it, it was beautiful. It was greenery. There was flowers. There was trees. It was just nice, right? All the amenities were there. So what had happened was some disgruntled white employees, they was like, okay, well, we going to tell it because I guess they got fired or something like that. So they went to a lawyer and said, hey, this is what's happening. And the lawyer contacted us. And I would just say this. We all got a bag. When I say a bag, now this is like 93, right? 93, 94. We all got a bag due to that class action lawsuit. The owners of that particular complex settled. They didn't want to take it to court because they were guilty of sin, right? The employees, they had all the evidence and everything like that. So I say all that to say, yeah, that was in the early 90s and that was going on. So, here we are in 2025. People got to be, esoteric and trying to rent an apartment as white people because there are people who want to discriminate against black people even still. So that doesn't surprise me that is going on, but it's even more of a case for us to get our stuff together and we can have our own apartment complexes and we can rent to our people without all of the foolishness and things like that. But the good thing is that brother found out that place is very racist and they don't like black people because they could have taken his money and, participated in all these little microaggressions. That's really racism, right? And he would have never known anything. And he probably was going to end up getting evicted, harassed, and all that other stuff. So it's good that he didn't get it, but it's even better that he exposed them for being racist. So anyway, y'all let me know what you think of that. And for more insightful commentary, please subscribe.